since I was just a cameraman, right? Let me show you something. This is the dude that talk about culture vultures, right? I'm gonna show you how he do.
Yo, yeah. It's Choke No Joke. Let's go. Choke No Joke. Chicken Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke. Niggas Choke No Joke. I know this NPG chick with double R. Yeah. When I got exclusives, I hit to R.
When we in London, I came in contact with a guy that knew the owners of African Caribbean Television Network over in the UK. Now, this is a 24-hour network, a real network, not like the DDTV studios where it's just some internet stuff. This is a real 24-hour, 24/7 cable channel. It's like Revolt, just like MTV, just like BET. This is what ACTV is, African Caribbean Television. And not only is it in the UK and Africa, it's in the Caribbean, it's in Amsterdam. So what happens is this. Now remember, this is 2003, y'all. Before YouTube, before Netflix, before Revolt, they are willing to do the deal. They even willing to brand the name Rockefeller into ACTV. They's willing to call it Rock ACTV or Rock TV. I can't remember the dollar amount that they was asking for, but I knew that Rockefeller as a company had it. I called Dame's assistant. He had two assistants, Sophia and Ashley. Never am I thinking that they setting me up. The devil in disguise. What happens is I call the girl Sophia and I say, yo, tell Dame that I set up that meeting. They was like, oh, okay, that's great, that's great. Me not thinking, me not knowing, I should have called Dame my goddamn self, trying to follow the chain of command. I said, so yo, they here already. Should we sit in the lobby and wait for them, or should I take them up to Dame room? She said, hold on. This is when her and Ashley probably conjured up the whole scheme. She tell me to hold on, and then she come back and said, take him to Damon's room. I said, yo, you sure? Yeah. Damon said, take him to his room. Dame didn't tell him that. They never even told Dame about anything. I didn't know this. So I go upstairs. Dame got a suite, and we at the Mandarin Oriental at Hyde Park. I got a regular room. So I wasn't going to take him to my room because it's just the bed, one chair there with a desk, just a regular room. So we chilling. We waiting for Dame and them to come back. Dame comes back. We sitting in his room. Now, these are prestigious Black African men. Now, I told y'all before, when I was in Africa, I didn't hear the word nigger one time. Dame walks in the room and shocked. He see me sitting there with the three guys. Dame looks at and says, yo, Choke, yo, who these niggas? Yo, get these niggas out of my room. Calling these Africans niggers. I'm confused. He already know that they're in there because Sophia and Ashley, I called them and told them and asked them, should we wait in the lobby or should we go upstairs? They never told Dame and deliberately told me, bring him upstairs because they knew Dame would flip walking into his room, seeing some strangers in his room. I go, yo, Dame. I try to explain to him to let him know who these people are. Instead of being a gentleman and say, hey, yo, Choke, come here, let me holler at you for a second. He didn't even give me that. I'm like, yo, Dame, I don't give a get these niggas out of my room. Get them out of my room. And I'm looking at Sophia and Ashley, and they got this dumb look on their face like get him out of his room. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, yo, didn't I call y'all and tell y'all? And they like, no, they playing stupid. I said, oh. Dame, he goes off into his room and closes his door. So I tell the guys, I said, yo, come with me. I'm going to take y'all to my room. I'm not going to let this opportunity pass knowing that Sophia and them set me up. I said, yo, y'all chill here for a minute. I'll be right back. Let me go try to talk to him. He in the room with the SAS dudes and some white dude. He can rate me with this white dude. So I started filming him.
I have that meeting about, am I allowed back?
I go to the girl Beth because they ain't got an attitude because he think I just randomly had these, like I'm stupid to bring some dudes in his room. And I got my own room without permission from somebody. I tell her, look, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. We can own a network. Why don't you come downstairs to my room and talk to these guys? You know what I'm saying? Do not let this opportunity pass. They got all their ducks lined up in a row. All we got to do is cut the check and just start putting our programming on. So she said, all right, I'll meet with them. I take her downstairs to my room. She meet with them. She don't know what she's talking about. They telling her, look, lady, what you talking about trying to do? We did it. Let's get to can y'all buy the company, buy shares? This is what we talking about. We can have anything y'all got on TV tomorrow. She's still over here trying to make her seem like she more intelligent than them. I'm not intervening because I want her to hang herself.
101, you get BBC One. 103, you get ITV. 271, you get ACTV. That's us.
Okay.
News, views, interviews, chat shows, music programs, films.
Okay, well,
The Lord Womat Festival, St. Lucia Jazz, Carnival in Trinidad, Carnival in Nottingham.
Boom, boom. Vamos, I know that you want it. Boom. Chaos, we so catastrophic. Boom. Ra-ta-ta-ta, I'ma make it. Boom, boom. Boom. Girl, 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 boom, boom, boom.
Anything you want to.
so you're not just in London, you're set up, but you're set up wherever people have Sky, which now what other countries are there, just so I know? So it's like if you air it here, it's not the way BBC is, like only in the UK and not in the US.
The whole of Europe.
Okay.
100 million subscribers.
Okay. Well, just so you know, Damon and I have been doing due diligence throughout all of the UK about what we want to do, film and TV wise. We've got we've got a lot going on, like on the film side, but I won't get into that. As of the UK, there's a huge void for hip hop and for people to have a movement where people can really embrace like the culture and like and everything from music to entertainment to to news to world news and to really understanding and being inspired from someone where
that's what we are doing now.
Yeah, I was just saying, if there's only one channel in the whole of Europe, what can help that situation? It's ACTV.
Well, you have to also give me the info and give me the respect that I have to do my homework and I have to watch.
Yes,
So the thing is, this is educate me on this because what I have done is where I've been finding opportunity is where can we come here and really branch who we are. So as The Rock, which is Rockefeller Records, Rockaware, Armadale, Dash Films, Rockefeller Films, so forth.
See what you are thinking about.
What I'm
doing 24/7 right now.
Well, let me just give you a little overview of what I'm doing, and then we can talk about like how we can figure out if there's a way to work together. Is that we want to be part of everything that is great, everything that is smart, intelligent, that has a message behind it. So what I'm saying is that whether it's projects, people, films, television stations, music, fashion, that's what we want to be a part of. So I'm getting that, and what we have been doing in London and what I've been doing is launching co-ventures, as you saw us yesterday. Like, there's certain situations where, to me, Channel U is someone that wants to be like a BET or something, but forget the channel and what's on their programming. What Damon and I have been trying to do is, and what we will be doing is, we're definitely launching our own networks. That is something that I have content at 60 hours or more a day worth of new programming. For us, I have already structured it.
And where are you coming from? Are you based in the UK?
Now, this nigga here talking about he got a network. Nigga, I had a deal on the table for a fucking real network back in 2003 maybe. A real deal with a real reputable, if anybody watching from Great Britain right now or Africa, they know ACTV if they our age, right? And this nigga talking about he got a network now. Nigga, you ain't got no network. I brought this to the table. He had nothing to do with this deal. I wanted to do this so I could create a network. And this nigga talking about he got now, he's trying to steal all my ideas, my nigga. The proof is right here. Now he got a network. Nigga, I had the idea 20 years ago. I brought the niggas to the table. Only reason this shit didn't happen is because I didn't fucking call Jay-Z. Had I was fucking with Jay and called Jay, Jay would have fucking did the deal. 20 years ago, we would have had fucking Rockefeller TV, a network. Now they got this fake ass bullshit he talking about. Fuck out of here, nigga.
We're located in New York. I used to work at VH1, which MTV Networks, if you're all familiar with it, is one of the biggest. Yeah. I was at VH1 for 9.5 years. I had been the breaking point of creating all the series and specials. I know how to make a whole entire.
In hindsight, I bet you if these three guys was white, Dane would have treated them different. I bet you that shit. I fucking bet.
Our company and channel work. I know how to get ratings. I know how to put it all together and have, like, you know, based on ratings and messages and how we can, like, you know, have revenue and income that, you know, things that'll be raise the bar for a huge network. So what I tried to do is take the Rock brand of who we are, and besides the US, LA, New York, the whole Hollywood, like, film and TV division, the UK has a void of everyone is so smart and brilliant, but there's no, like, I watch television and I've studied it, that there's X amount of channels, and then there's no content that inspires people or is fully, you know, informative plus entertaining at the same time. So we are on a mission to create our own networks.
The only reason why you're saying that is because you haven't looked at 271.
Right, so that's why
we have motivational speakers and business and, you know, gospels and all sorts of different.
I would like to ask you a question. Have you got stationed here in the UK, in Europe?
I just came back from getting my scheduled date for when we can have our network launch. Yes, we will. I've already prepared what the programming is based on all of our content.
I was so embarrassed that this nigga Dane could not sit there. This woman is representing Rockefeller right now. She's representing black culture right now. And this nigga always talking that culture vulture shit. She is representing Rockefeller right now. And they sitting there like, this is, you said y'all was hip hop. Who is, this is y'all representative? This is your king?
And this is my job and my responsibility, and it's my area. This is why Damon hired me to do this. I have built out who we are, and I have not left one thing unleashed. We have whether it's documentaries, footage, music documentary programs, behind the scenes of music videos. There is a huge plan I have, and we will do that. But then the other thing is just we were looking for people that we could come on board. And like, I've met with every TV station. I have a bunch of shows, and even Choke that works for us, or different people. Everyone has ideas. That in my plan is to put all the right ideas into this programming plan, and it's going to happen. But what is happening along the way is if there's a channel already set up that has a message and a voice. So far,
Yeah, and they try to steal my ideas. So y'all hear that, right? Even Choke. Did she call me the goddamn cameraman? Did she say a Choke didn't work for Rockefeller? Even if she's talking about Rockefeller TV, did she say even Choke? Yeah, because it was my idea to have a TV network for Rockefeller. I started Rockefeller radio online. Nobody helped me. I had to go to the Def Jam dude, I can't think his name, and get him to upload this shit on the Def Jam web shit. They put it on Rockefeller website. Rock Radio. I wanted to do the goddamn TV network and had all the TV shows and everything. I was the content creator. They ain't put this white woman in power and she didn't know shit. She just might have allegedly had some good ass fucking coochie because she didn't know more than me. She was bullshitting this nigga. Where he was fucking, his head was so up her ass, he couldn't even see it. Fucking blue. And then now he talking about he got a network. Nigga!
Only come across one that actually is giving us the platform. The only difference is the fact that they paid the 75,000 pounds to have their satellite set up and they're already infrastructure that I could come on right away and take the channel and reshape it. And then wanting to be inspired by what we have going, they're like, here, take it, do it. So it's like there's that, and then there's my opportunity of all I have to do is, which I just did, is get our own station set up. And then we can just do all of our programming, what we want to do. But someone like yourself that's now telling me about this opportunity, I love hearing about the business and it being about, voice, speaking and business and entertainment and different things. I want to see it. I'm not familiar with it. I've been watching this station, so I don't. But then again,
anywhere in the United Kingdom you go to, and there's a Sky dish, the Sky satellite, and that's almost in every hotel and almost every home in the country. 271, you find it there.
I totally respect it. So what I do want to do is I want to learn about it. I want to watch it, and I want to see, because for us, we are going to do our own network. But what I would like to do is be able to showcase all of our stuff in the right.
Now, I already did the research on them. I already looked at all their program. I'm ready to break it down to Dame and tell them they like this, boom, 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 boom. Everything's ready to go with me. I set the meeting up with them and his fucking jealous ass assistants, fucking racist ass, I ain't gonna call them racist, whatever, set me up so to sabotage the meeting. And this is what we got. And nigga, yo, bro, the money that they was asking for, nigga, Rockaway had that check.
Right place, like example, BBC, ITV, Sky TV, regular Sky TV, just Sky TV's channel. They all have greenlit me, BBC Films, to have one of my ideas on all their channels. So like I could give all of UK right now a voice, like one of our reality shows, our talk show idea.
Spoons, they're out. Panera's new ciabatta dippers are in. Each melty sandwich paired with a perfect portion of...
I got greenlit a special on one of our artists. I might do something with Damon and Victoria, like in Bridge the UK and hip hop and the whole thing. But I then am saying I don't want things spread all over. I would rather have them be our message in one package.
Which sounds sensible.
But what I decided to do is, so that everyone starts to become aware with us, is that, and David and I are gonna figure this out, is I might plant a few things, on, like, I love the BBC and I do like ITV. I think I like their audience is someone that represents what we're trying, who we're trying to reach. I might do that for a little bit so that people would understand who we are before we do our own. But people like yourself, I want to watch the channel. I want to see, and we can talk about, like, is it where we could find a way that we have a voice on your channel? Is there a way we have a joint venture that we become a block? Would it make sense at the end of the day we're music, we're fashion, we're news? Would this make sense to have a block of like our shows based on your, on your network? Does it make sense that you represent something we represent? So is it, maybe we don't put our programming on yours, but we figure out a way to be in business together and then have Damon, be a part of your speaking and stuff. Like, there's lots of opportunities.
And they got to the point where it was so crazy that one of the guys asked her in a roundabout way, is Rockefeller a black company?
I don't know if your program is designed to be, let's say, African-American based or ethnic, the word used in this country, or is it purely mainstream?
Here's what I want to do, and I'm speaking for Damon and myself. There's two things, and it's a little different with the UK, what we're learning. We are colorless. Like, we don't want to represent just urban.
She said, we are colorless. Rockefeller We are colorless. Colorless. Rockefeller. We are colorless. I'm speaking for Damon. We are colorless. You see Dave over there with the white girls now, right? But, yo, bro, do you understand the bag this nigga fumbled because he put white people over me? She didn't know more than me. This nigga talking about starting the fucking network now, nigga. I had it on the table. She is talking to the owners. These are the owners of a network that's ready to do a deal and brand Rockefeller with it. The owners. And she talking about, oh, you know, I got some show ideas. That's like sitting down with Jimmy Iovine and you telling this nigga, yo, I'm thinking about putting a demo together. After this nigga, what?
When we do urban, you're going to get the best urban that.
Where it was so crazy that one of the guys asked her in a roundabout way, is Rockefeller a black company?
I don't know if your program is designed to be, let's say, African-American based or ethnic, the word used in this country, or is it purely mainstream?
Here's what I want to do, and I'm speaking for Damon and myself. We want, okay, there's two things, and it's a little different with the UK, what we're learning. We are colorless. Like, we don't want to represent just urban. When we do urban, you're going to get the best urban that exists because we are street, we are real. Now, and I'm going to say this and put myself out there. I bridged hip hop at VH1. I might not have, you know, like I might, you know, you might look at me and think like, okay, she didn't grow up in Harlem, like on the street corner. I actually feel like I did because that is what I have had like inside. Like there has been this message to want to celebrate a culture, like a, you know, a movement and like really make people understand. Okay, there's two things and it's a little different with the UK, what we're learning. We are colorless. Like we don't want to represent just urban. When we do urban, you're going to get the best urban that exists because we are street, we are real. Now, and I'm going to say this and put myself out there. I bridged hip hop at VH1. I might not have, you know, like I might, you know, you might look at me and think like, okay, she didn't grow up in Harlem, like on the street corner. I actually feel like I did because that is what I have had like inside. Like there has been this message to want to celebrate a culture, like a, you know, a movement and like really make people understand it. And
she didn't grow up in Harlem, but she feel like she did. She's of the culture. And these black as me, African, deep rooted network is called African Caribbean Television. And she trying to tell them she blacker than them.
Did it. I've worked with every artist from Biggie Smalls before he died to, you know.
Is that the drive that's coming from within? Because why I say that, obviously Midtown America, which I've never been to, I've toured America, but Midtown America is not the same as Harlem. And in this country, there's quite a divide between mainstream and what is called ethnic programming. I'm not sure if you've worked out a way to straddle both types of programming and come out a winner. But I think in this country, it's very much a case of mainstream is everywhere and the rest gets looking a small percentage of the time.
Yeah, I consider BBC being very interested in hip hop.
They are.
Really.
Let me tell you, I've met with the president of every network out here, ITV, Sky TV, and I tell you this with the honest to God truth. They all, if I take Damon and I together with my background, who, you know, like just the message of what we're trying to.
She's telling this man that the BBC is interested in hip hop. I don't know if y'all know what the BBC is, but to this day, the BBC don't have a strong presence of hip hop programming. She's bugging, bro. And she's representing Rockefeller right now. I done gave them Rockefeller my pitch. It brought them to meet with Dame. because they believed in what I was saying, what Rockefeller was. She came and told these motherfuckers something totally different, bro. They questioning Rockefeller's blackness. Can you imagine Rockefeller's blackness in question with Beanie Siegel? Jay-Z from Marcy Projects. These niggas, he like, yo, Harlem and Midtown ain't the same. I'm a little confused there. Like, you saying you got Jay-Z and you're colorless. Yeah, but that, man.
But that's a small percentage of the time.
Yeah, I consider BBC being very interested in hip hop.
They are.
Really?
Let me tell you, I've met with the president of every network out here, ITV, Sky TV, and I tell you this with the honest to God truth. They all, if I take Damon and I together with my background, who, you know, like just the message of what we're trying to create, people here, and you're here, so you know this, I'm just telling you what I'm learning. They're craving hip hop to be structured because kids are craving it. The parents want to understand why the kids like it. Like they don't have anything to like be structured by. They're going out and trying to explore and figure something out, and they might get into trouble that way. If it's given to them in a structured format, I think they'd like it. The BBC wants it. They're actually asking me for hip hop programming.
I can understand what you're trying.
They don't know that Rockefeller is a black company, but her being the face and representing the company, I know they lost all respect for Dame.
I can understand what you're trying to do. But what we're saying is that we are there doing, you know, most of what you're talking about now. And I think the best way to make progress is that if you can look at what we're doing on our channel, I'll put the number, the APG number up there. So therefore you can look at it.
Now we're leaving, yeah, you know what? I'm actually, I actually do, and they're actually downstairs in my suitcase.
Yes.
I'll write down all my information for you right now, and I'm gonna send you a package on us. What I would like to do is we're leaving tonight, so how can because we don't have this in the States.
It comes on to Amsterdam.
I'm not going.
Oh, you're not going?
No, because I have to go prep state property. We're shooting a film in February, so I'm not going tonight. So what I'll do is,
Can you send me an email?
yes. What I would like to do is, can you, I can always bump them up to Pal. Can you maybe tape, give me a little example, maybe you could send me a tape of a VHS of or a DVD of some of your programming, something, just a little selection.
Create a show reel and make it an MPEG for even CD players.
Just so I can have just a combination of this, and then what I would say is, we are gonna come back. We're gonna come back. I have to come back for the things that are going on. I mean, it's across the board. Yeah. So we definitely in the next month will be coming back here for at least like we come for a week span as you read in the papers. So what we'll do is let me get educated on this. Let me that's what I have to do first, so that way I can then make it make sense for Damon and what we're doing.
I appreciate that. So
and we will, and then we'll set up another meeting.
Maya knows how quality care can bring out a smile. Good thing Aspen Dental offers affordable, complete care all in one place.
Yes.
And we'll make sure that we regroup with this and figure out what we can do together. But I love that that the opportunity's there.
I think it's worth commenting on the experience that one of our filmmakers had. He's a guy who's won Royal Society of Art award twice. And that Royal Society Award twice, and that's the highest level for program makers. And he finds that he's shown on the BBC as well. But if he has a half-hour program, they'll edit it down to a 9-minute program. And that's why he's come to us, because he wants to show his whole program, not just the highlights.
What I need to do is, so now that is why I'm creating our own rock network, because, and it's not against anyone else out there. I just want to showcase, we have enough content that the first priority for the rock network is to just bridge and make everyone see who we are. It's not to say I don't want to open the doors yet for other people, but it has to be strictly our programming so that people get to know us it only can better us for moving forward. So I have to say that and it's people in-house with us all have ideas and they've all wanted them showcased. So for me, my first mission is to celebrate who we are and get all of our stuff on and make it work and not mix it up. But then we've got all the celebrities of the world that are in our circle that are like, I have ideas, I don't know where to put them, I don't trust other people, that those ideas will live within our world too, the same way that you're saying. And then that's why I'm saying we got to find out a way of how we can bridge or make something work.
I'm quite sure there's quite a lot we can do in the
Yeah.
future, but for the time being, I think we can leave it there.
But I love it, and what I like is that if there's a business sense to it, it's smart, it's
have a look at it, and
yeah.
anything you want to find out about us,
I'll call you.
Get in touch with us.
Okay, but we'll definitely, do something when we get back. We'll meet with you, and let me write down my information, and then we'll definitely be in touch. But what happens here is that we just need, just bear with us. I'll get on that, and then we'll definitely follow up with you during our next visit.
That's right.
So what are you guys? So tell me give me an example of what it like to you. What's something that you like the most on your channel that I could watch that represents like what kind of programming overall is it?
Well, we're looking at soaps. We're looking at music programs. We're looking at chat shows. Current affairs. All sorts of programs. I've got a schedule with me at the present time, but I wouldn't bore you with that. All right?
No, this is all interesting. It's all because I was just over at Sky because like the documentary and the talk show idea that I have fall under. Sky has different departments, so I was with them, but then I was with the satellite people to that give me the satellite like all my space. So it's like I know all about Sky TV, so I understand where your channel lives. I just now have to watch it. Half the time we're here, we're in the hotel, and I would think it's on in the hotel. Is it not in the hotel?
And if you have Sky, you probably have to pay for it here.
We have Sky, but it's only one channel. It's only the one. Sky One. So that's why I wouldn't have seen it.
Yes.
So
you probably have to pay extra for the other stations. Sorry about that.
No. So
Sky One is not free either, is it?
Here when you're in the hotel, they give you that stuff for free, but they only give you one.
Right.
They give you a little sample. I guess they pick what the mainstream.
Sky One and Sky News, I think.
Yeah. So, and I'll put both addresses if you want to forward me anything, but we'll talk about it. Choke and I, and Damon and.
I'm so embarrassed as a black man. Made us look like we ain't even come from the streets. Like we grew up in the Catholic school in the suburbs. You see when you say they called it like, oh, you can't get Sky here for free, right? You see how they all turned and looked at her like, yeah. But can't tell Dame nothing. When it's right, it's right with Dame. Watch how he spark. He gonna spark it like a 5%er in the park.
Documentary and the talk show idea that I have fall under. Sky has different departments, so I was with them, but then I was with the satellite people to that give me the satellite like all my space. So it's like I know all about Sky TV, so I understand where your channel lives. I just now have to watch it. Half the time we're here, we're in the hotel, and I would think it's on in the hotel. Is it not in the hotel?
And if you have Sky, you probably have to pay for it here.
We have Sky, but it's only one channel. It's only the one. It's Sky One. So that's why I wouldn't have seen it.
Yes.
I took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business. Hi, I'm Ronnie.
So
you probably have to pay extra for the other stations. Sorry about that.
No. So
Sky One is not free either, is it?
Here when you're in the hotel, they give you that stuff for free, but they only give you one.
Right.
They give you a little sample. I guess they pick what the mainstream.
Sky One and Sky News, I think.
Yeah. So, and I'll put both addresses if you want to forward me anything, but we'll talk about it. Choke and I, and Damon, and then we'll I just want to just look at that. But thank you so much. So, do you guys have how do you obviously produce everything here, right? Is there do you guys have set up tell me what, just so I get it to them, how do you fit?
I'm just working with them, and then the other main people are talking about some more.
Yes, we do our own productions. And
So you were over at Channel U's building, IT, you do what over there? You're
Record
not
label. No, I've got a record label, and that is my kind of twist on the whole thing. Significant commodity. Obviously,
Yeah, opportunities, yeah. Do you do anything with Rockefeller?
Hopefully, this is why I try to approach and see if I could do something for.
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Okay, well, are you guys walking up?
Well, not really.
Okay, you guys want to talk? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up back to him. I think we're meeting. They want, you know what? He wants you to be filming because that's what they did say when I came down. I told you to get this.
Like I said, when Dame sees this video in full and see how he let the opportunity pass him by to have his own network 16 years ago, almost 17 years ago, and he let this woman go and talk for him, he gonna be kicking himself in the ass today, like I'm kicking myself in the butt, because the one thing I didn't do was call Jay-Z. I wasn't comfortable enough to call Jay-Z, and I regret it to this day because he was so distant that it made me feel like it wasn't comfortable for me to reach out to him. But I regret it to this day because Jay-Z would have did that deal. When Jay-Z see this video and he see these black men and see how this woman was representing Rockefeller and representing him also at that time, and see the opportunity that Dame blew, he gonna wish that he was cooler with me to the point where I would have called him, because Jay-Z would have did that deal. Jay-Z would have did that deal. I know Jay-Z would have did that deal. Dame would have did the deal. Dame would have did it before Jay, but his ego that day made him miss something super big.
Joe, no Joe. Yeah. It's Joe, no Joe. Let's go. Joe, no Joe. Jigga Joe, no Joe. Joe, no.
And nigga Dame, he's addicted to that drug, boy, called ego. And they was sniffing a key a day of ego. Pause. 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 I'm a boss. Pause. 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 That nigga's high off that goddamn ego. I gotta pop tags. Pop tags every day. I gotta pop tags. I gotta pop tags. Yeah. Well, you wearing the same clothes twice? You gotta pop tags. You gotta pop tags every day. See all this money? You see all this money, man? We don't wear the same thing twice, man. We pop tags. 20 years later. Yes, today was the Rockefeller auction. Dame Dash loses his one valuable asset that he had left from the great dynasty era. The 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc. that he had that owned Reasonable Doubt is now state property.